So in this video we are looking at map. So what is map? It is a key and value pairs. So it stores the key and value pairs. So it is just like dictionary in Python, right? And it is again, there is some properties that are associated with this map that I'm going to discuss. So there are advantages and disadvantages. So before that, let's see how this map actually looks like in the memory. Example, it is again, as I said, it is a key and value pairs, right? There will be key and there will be values. It's like dictionary in Python. Now, key and value can be of any data structure, that is any data types. So these maps are exclusively used in coding, right? Like how if you write code in Python, then how often you use dictionary? It is again like you are going to use dictionary so much, right? So similarly, you can use this map in order to solve problems. So in order to optimize the time complexity, and I will tell you how the time complexity will be optimized here. So key and value pair. For example, I need to insert value. So that is string. Value is of string type and key of integer type. One will be corresponding to the, let me say, ABC, right? Then 2 will be corresponding to, let's say, XYZ, and 3 or 20, let me take 20, it can be correspond to element. So it is just an example. Now, if you observed here, keys are unique. So that is what one thing you need to remember. So values may not be unique, right? Why you need keys? In order to access value. So your main importance is values. So in order to access them, you are pointing to some other key. So if you are pointing to some other keys, then they should be unique, right? In order to call particular value, in order to recall the particular value, you need a unique keys to do that. So that is why keys should be unique. After that, if you have observed that keys are in ascending order, so even if you give 1 ABC, right? After that, if you give 20 XYZ or element, in this case element, then 2 if you give it as XYZ, so this will automatically be arranged in ascending order, right? That is what the properties of map. And it uses like n log n time of time complexity, anything you do. So I'm discussing about most of the build functions that you are going to use in maps. So it will take you log n, that means which is less than n. So time complexity it takes is log n, right? So that is what its advantage. Disadvantage is it is going to arrange in ascending order. It doesn't care about what the order I am giving. It arranges in ascending order. That is because it works on binary trees, right? It works on binary trees, and since it is working on binary trees, it takes the lesser time complexity. So that is what about map. So let me create, in this video I am also covering this unordered map, which is again a important topic. So map you have. So for that you need a library, inbuilt library, don't forget this, include map. After that, let me create it. This is a method 1. This is the first method to create a map. So how to create it? You just write map, then int, then string. So again, these data types can be anything. So give a name for this. After that, I can give like this ABC. So same example I am going to consider. Now let me give 20, right? Will be equal to, let's say, XYZ or element. Then let's say 2, and that will be equal to, let's say, XYZ. So that is what I took in the example, right? So same way I am creating a map and storing keys and values, keys and values, keys and values. If you saw my previous video that is about pairs, it works similar to map, right? But the pairs, they store only key and value, only one key and one value. So if you want to extend, you need to create an array of pairs. But in case of map, it is inbuilt by default. It is like an array of pairs, right? So let's talk about method 2, how you can create it. So method 2 is you create a map. So let's create int and int, and let me call it as m1. Then here m1 dot insert, insert. So this is again important keyword that you need to remember. So 1 3. So why 1 3? Because the first key and value pairs are of both of same data type, that is int. So I gave 1 and 3. So let me insert some more. So insert insert, then write open a bracket, now 4 and 5. So this is about creating a map. So let's talk about printing it, right? How to print it. So obviously you need to use iterators, as I said. So for loop I will run. So let me create an iterator before this. So how to create it? I said, so this is how you need to create. It should be of same type of that of map. That means if iterator is pointing to map, then it should be of same data type, right? So I'm creating a map again. Iterators should have this data type mentioned, then iterator. So this is must thing that you need to write. After that you can write it. This is a variable of iterator. So it should be pointing where it should be pointing to begin. That means the first should be pointing to first key, right? After that it should go till m dot end, right? After that it has to be incremented. Now I need to print it, right? So let me print out. So I will use the arrow operators. So fi rst first, then give some space. So let me print it second. After that let me give inline. So if I print, it should print all of this 1 abc, 20 mm, element, and 2 xyz. So it is printing it, right? But you can observe here keys are in ascending order, because as I said, this is how map works. So in some problems you can consider it as an advantage. In some other problem it can be like a disadvantages. It can be disadvantage. So let me print in other method. So how to so if you feel this creating iterator is a tick, then you can simply use auto. So before that let me explain you. Let me print in some other form, like for auto, because it will take automatically the iterator data type. It should be pointing to m dot end. So you can do this, as well as you can simply use range based for loop. So it should be pointing where m, right? Here you need to print out, but this time please remember you need to use dot operators. First give some space, then it dot second, then inline. So if you run, you should be able to run all of this again. So it is printing again. So let us talk about another inbuilt function that you can use here, that is find. Here let me write find. It is to find whether that element is there or not. That's it. That is why you are going to use it. So let me create an iterator. Let's say auto. Let me take it as it1. So let it be equal to m dot find. So inside that I'm going to give a key like 20. Let me give 20. So it will, this iterator first and second will have what? It will have 20. That is it first. it1 first will have 20. it1 second will have 11. That is what I can that is what I can print. That is cout m dot cout it1 dot fi rst first. Let me give some space. After that it1 dot scu end second. After that let me give inline. So if I run, I should be not getting anything. Why is that so? SECO. So again, you need to use arrow operators. So dot operators is for range based for loop. So let me use arrow operators. So it should work. So you should get 20 element. 20 element. Now imagine that element is not there. For example, so here I will give 200. Is 200 present in this M? No, it is not there, right? So you need to have this if statement. If this IT1, if this is not equal to, if this is not equal to M dot end, that means if this iterator, see, if there is no element, then iterator will point to the next address of this map. For example, as I said, if you are creating a map, then there will be a begin and there will be end. Actually, end will be not at this position. End will be at this position after this element, right? If your iterator is pointing to the to this last element, this is because it has searched from starting key, right? It has went to search for 200, but it did not find. So after that, it came to the next position. Then it ended because it has reached the end, right? So I need to have that. So condition here before printing it. Else what I can say is I can print the iterator is not there. Else else that element is not there. So now it should print that that element is not there because 200 is not there, right? That element is not there. Now I need to check the size, right? I need to check the size. You can simply use size operator. For example, let me print the size of the M1, that is M. It is size, it is 3, right? There are 3 key value pairs. Then if you print, you should get what? 3. I don't know why it is taking this much time. Three it is giving. Now I need to like erase, erase. So I can do that. So I can erase this iterator itself. So let me, so if you want to erase, you should have this iterator pointing to that key and value which you need to erase. In this case, so let me take here 20. That means this statement will be not printed. It will simply print 20 element. So I need to erase this. So for that, what I can do is m dot erase. Then there you can call it1. So now if I check the size, then I should get what? I should get this size as 2. And the last keyword, so you are getting 2. So last function that I am discussing is clear. So clear. So it will simply clear. Clear. So let me call m dot clear. Clear. So if you check this size now, it should be 0 because you have cleared all the elements in the map. So if I run, let me build and run, you should get 0 at the last. So you are getting. Now, so unordered map is just like map. So let me explain you, it is not a big topic actually. So unordered map. So imagine you will give the elements like this again, 1 as ABC, then 2 as let's say XYZ, then you will give 20 as let's say element. So how it is storing this? It will actually not store this in order. It can be of any order. It can print, it can store like this: 1 ABC, then 2 XYZ, 20 element. So it can store even like that, or else it can even store 1 ABC, 20 element, and 2 XYZ, or it can store 20 element, 2 XYZ, 1 ABC, or it can store, again, there is no particular order here. But there is one advantage that is you can make use of. So that advantage is, so the operation in this unordered map will take only big O of one time. So so much optimized version of map. This is why, this is because it uses hashing technique in backend in order to solve the problem. So big of 1. So how to call that? So again, easy, you can simply call the, again you have a separate library for it, unordered map. Again, while creating, you just need to give unordered map. So everything will work out again same way. So let me run unordered map. See, again I need to create, map was not declared because I have not included this map. So let me run. I should get error again. No match for operator. IT again. See, there is again a problem here. I have created an iterator of map, but I am calling unordered map. So let me correct that. Let me run again. So again, it should work out fine now. And you can observe the order. The order will be not. So it can print like in any order. At 221. Here also 221 it is printing. So forget about the order here. So answer will be same. So this is about maps. So in next video I am covering about the sets and unordered set.